Here we go again. I mean, this is the truth show, and there's more. Oh, I'm not done yet. Oh, and there's more. Oh, I'm not done yet. I mean, this is the truth show. Oh, yes.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. We are just going to wait until we get more people in the room. So, in the meantime, enjoy this beautiful scenery. Alrighty. How y'all doing? Welcome. Now, for all of you who are just now joining here, okay, I want to say welcome, our truth seekers, to the Truth Show. I'm Keisha. On this live broadcast, we're diving deep into the scandalous and familiar drama. Yeah, all of you are, y'all should be quite happy to this. The familiar drama surrounding Trump and Epstein connections, a story that could truly sink him. We'll also unpack the increasingly ugly feud between Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez and Demoree Hadley, if time allows. And then we'll explore the impact if time allows, we'll explore the new impact of this new age effect. I know you guys had a really big kick out of that. And questions about nature rebellion, if you guys have questions about that. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get started with the show. But first, here are your warnings.
Please note that this is all alleged. I've never met any of these people. I've deeply researched all of my information. This is a trigger warning. In this video, I may be talking about or showing sensitive material about some subjects or topics that may be disturbing or upsetting or may bring forth some troubling memories, as you read in the description or title. With that said, either end the video now or brace yourself. Aside from that, enjoy.
All right. Okay. Here we go. All right. First, we're going to start with this whole Trump nonsense. Senator Ron Wyden. This is Senator Ron Wyden. Apparently, bombshell. Wyden revealed that major banks flagged for $1.5 million. Yeah, y'all heard that correctly. Have been flagged for $1.5 billion in suspicious Epstein-related wire transfers and filed them with the Treasury Department. He's pressing the DOJ to investigate these transactions, some of which allegedly correlate with the movement of women and girls across borders. Oh, yes, which means he's literally got physical and monetary evidence of these transactions that is buying minors and trafficking from here across borders. And yes, that means you know what, you guys should wonder why Trump is so adamant about this immigration stuff. I told you from day one, y'all didn't listen to me, why Trump was obsessed with this immigration and borders. You know what? Hopefully by the end of this section, you will have a clear understanding on why he's so obsessed with this whole thing. Even though you guys should have been clear on it in the begin with, but we got slow people. You know what I'm saying? So here's the extended info. You know, I got to go deep. The 1.5 billion investigation by Senator Ron Wyden uncovered over 4,725 wire transfers, totaling $1.5 billion, flagged by 4 major banks as suspicious, of course. And I'll get into these banks a little bit in a second. These banks seriously have had so many scandals. I don't even know why they're even still in business. The investigation started in 2022 and grew more intense in 2024 and in 2025, like this year. Oh, yes. Meaning there's still activity. Even with all this crazy crap that's going on, there's still some suspicious activity. For example, there have been payments to numerous women, many from Eastern Europe, where Epstein was known to recruit underage victims. And then there have been massive sums from wealthy financiers like Leon Black. Yes, Leon Black, ladies and gentlemen, who paid Epstein $170 million for vague tax advice without any form of contract. There wasn't a contract. There wasn't anything. It was just like, I'm going to give you $170 million. Just, help me with my taxes. Bullshit. We all know that freaking tax advice that he asked Epstein was just a cover up to do what other hidden sick things that he wanted done from Epstein. Yeah, that's what that was. Oh, I'm not done yet. Transfer through sanctions Russian banks, which Wyden believes were correlated. You know what? Guys and goddesses, please watch over Wyden because please protect him and his family because he is seriously dropping some bombs right now. Okay, so transfer through sanctioned Russian banks, which Wyden believes were correlated with the movement of women and girls globally. Oh, yes. Still not done yet. So the Treasury Epstein's file is called the Treasury Epstein's file. All these transactions are documented in a confidential binder at the U.S. Treasury. Yeah, the information that the attorney, that fake blonde lady who said it's on my desk, yeah, she knew all about these transfers. She had the same kind of information that this Wyden senator person had. But of course, she's working for Trump, so she's trying to be loyal. I hope she knows after this investigation get concluded. For example, when this investigation get concluded, she is gone. She gonna get indicted just like all the rest of them. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry about that. So sorry. What did you say? Let's see here. You said, what about the issue in one of your shorts talking about the orange Cheeto and his mother falsely registering him as a baby? That will. Oh, yes. We'll definitely get into that, Lenny. Definitely, absolutely. I like the emoji. I can't believe I was able to read it. That was pretty cool. Okay, sorry about that. I'm so sorry. Okay, now getting back to this malarkey. Okay, so like I said, so this, I should have a picture of this Leon Black person. Let me see if I can do a picture. I'm going to be multitasking here. So this Leon Black person apparently paid Epstein $170 million. Yes, $170 million for allegedly vague advice. Remember, vague tax advice. Now, you understand this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. This is the same crap malarkey that I believe that guy where Epstein was doing, I guess he was teaching at his school or whatever. I forgot his name. I think his last name is Blair, and he was the son of, I guess, the dean of that particular school. Excuse me. He had the same deal with Epstein in terms of tax advice. I think that's a cover-up for these trafficking of these people over borders and across seas. I think that's what this is. I think tax advice is a cover-up because Epstein had the same deal with Donald Trump's father for a number of years. As a matter of fact, Donald Trump introduced Epstein to his father about this alleged tax advice. So yes, that means Trump's father, his latest father, was also having tax advice with Epstein. Oh yes, so this goes all the way back to Trump and his father. Absolutely. You don't think his father had some going on with Epstein? Give me a fucking break. Are you kidding me? He had the same little stupid tax advice deal that this Leon Black person had. Oh yes. Oh, I'm still not done yet. Okay. So these transfers allegedly through sanctioned Russian banks, which Wyden believes were correlated with the movement of women and girls globally. Now, the Treasury Epstein file, I'm going back a little bit just in case you guys missed what I said. All these transactions documented in a confidential binder at the U.S. Treasury. Then the tax attorney, I believe that fake blonde lady who said it was on my desk and then took it back, have access to, by the way. Oh, yes. Because it's at the U.S. Treasury Department known as the Epstein file. The one that the attorney claimed that she don't have and she was misquoted or misunderstood. She'll be indicted too, and she'll be going to jail, just like all the rest of everyone who helped Donald Trump. So I hope they're ready to be indicted and their careers be over for lying. They might want to go ahead and tell the truth now while they are knee-deep in shit. So, known as the Epstein file. Now, Wyden claims the DOJ ignored this advice, and he's demanding they investigate it properly. Now, you ask me, why does it matter? Why does this matter? Why is this even relevant? Well, this isn't just about money. It's about how Epstein financed a global trafficking network. The banks involved include JP Morgan, I'm assuming it's called Deutsche Bank, and Bank of America. I don't know how deep Bank of America is. I actually like Bank of America. And some flagged transactions years later, even after Epstein's death. Now, this means that there is an official link between Epstein and Russia and Trump now. So that means anyone who was trying to figure out, like, is there a link between Epstein and Russia and Trump? Because we could never fit Russia into what we just knew, Putin and his little homeboys had something to do with it. Well, now ladies and gentlemen, there is a freaking link between Putin, Russia, and Epstein. Now you know the connection. Now, will anything happen to Putin? No, he has no connection other than some business deals and animosity and chaos and friction that he has with our country. Other than that, we have no legal right to charge him. So y'all can talk about him, blame him, who gives a damn. That's completely out of our jurisdiction. He's in a whole nother fucking country, but he still have some, connections with Epstein. Yeah, because he is pretty much control of all those banks down there. Will anything happen to him? I have no idea. Nope, probably not. Nothing ever happens to Putin down there. Ever. He caused the chaos. No chaos happens to him. He causes the chaos. Judging for what I've seen so far. I'm gonna go ahead and put that crap on out there. Now, get back to what I was saying. Now, these is some photos that apparently had surfaced, as you can see over here in the corner. New photos and testimony CNN released previously unseen images of Trump and Epstein together at Trump's wedding to Marla Maples. That is the second wife, I believe. I kind of lost track after a while. So that's the second wife. Now, Epstein's brother, Mark, confirmed that they were very close. This is Epstein and Trump. They were very close, contradicting Trump's recent claims of barely knowing him, even though there's several pictures. And then you have Virginia Giuffre, may she rest in peace, also verified that Trump and Epstein used to trade employees and trade little underage traffickers and girls. They went way back. I ain't even talking about the little underage trafficking orgies they used to hold either. That'd be a whole nother story. But they used to do the same thing. Yeah, this is your U.S. president that Elon Musk rigged, to get into the White House. And he needs to unrig to get him out of the White House. Here are some videos.
The release of the Epstein files is hitting roadblock after roadblock. Just moments ago, a federal judge in Florida blocked the White House's attempt to unseal the pertinent grand jury testimony related to Epstein. The judge said it was illegal to release it under appellate court guidelines that govern the grand jury secrecy in that jurisdiction. Meanwhile, a federal judge in New York said the Trump Justice Department did not adequately address the limited factors that would allow that judge to release any grand jury testimony related to Epstein. That judge wants more briefing from the DOJ before making a decision. Meanwhile, the House Speaker says no, he's not blocking any vote on the Epstein files. But the fact is, there's also no vote happening today or tomorrow that would force the release of the Epstein files. And instead, House members are going home for their 5-week-long August recess.
There's no point in having a vote today because the administration is already doing everything within their power to release them. They've gone to the grand jury. They've requested the courts to unseal the documents so that they can be released. The president himself has said all credible evidence should be put out to the American people while protecting the innocent. That's where we stand as well. There's no point in passing a resolution to urge the administration to do something that they are already doing. And so that's why we're going to let that process play out.
So Speaker Johnson is arguing
he needs to be
one,
fired.
that President Trump has already said the Attorney General should seek to release pertinent grand jury testimony related to either Epstein or his accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell, which, as I just reported, is currently being either blocked or questioned by the federal court judges. The other thing Johnson is arguing is that the president has already said the Justice Department should release any credible evidence in its own possession on Epstein. Now, just because the president said that doesn't mean that's what the Justice Department is doing. In fact, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche put out this statement just yesterday saying, again, that in the recent thorough review of the files maintained by the FBI in the Epstein case, no evidence was uncovered that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. So it appears that the DOJ does not believe there is any credible evidence currently in the possession of the FBI or DOJ to release related to Epstein. But still today, the speaker said what Trump is doing is enough and says the House should give the Trump administration more time, like the entire August recess, to produce something. He also says it's the Democrats' fault that it's come to this.
No one in Congress is blocking Epstein documents. No one in Congress is doing that. What we're doing here, Republicans are preventing Democrats from making a mockery of the Rules Committee process because we refuse to engage in their political charade.
Of course, the fact is these efforts are being championed by Republicans in the House who actually ran on the Epstein issue during the 2024 campaign. In fact, one of the Republicans who is leading one of the most significant charges to force the files to be released doesn't buy what the speaker is selling.
I don't think this issue is going away over August. I think that was the admonition of our speaker there, was to sort of stick your head in the sand, let the administration maybe dissipate this by dribbling some stuff out. I mean, I'm heavily paraphrasing, but I think that's his strategy, and I don't think it's going to work. I mean, people have wanted these files for years, and then the president's staff, administration, his own children, his vice president have promised that these files would come out, and now we're being told it's a hoax. It just doesn't wash. And
so now, because the DOJ says there's no credible evidence of any uncharged third parties in the huge Epstein files in its possession, it seems that the Trump administration and also the House Oversight Committee are turning to Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, to shed more light on who else could be involved. In his statement yesterday, the deputy AG said he had communicated with Maxwell's lawyer to see if she would be willing to speak with prosecutors. And yesterday, the House Oversight Committee approved a resolution that allows the chairman to subpoena Ghislaine Maxwell to get her testimony. It's unclear to what extent Maxwell is going to participate in either of these efforts. But today, Speaker Johnson said he supported the Oversight Committee's resolution, but he also cast some doubt on it.
If they see fit to bring in Ghislaine Maxwell for testimony, that's fine. I will note the obvious concern, the caveat that Chairman Comer and I and everyone has, that could she be counted on to tell the truth? Is she a credible witness? I mean, this is a person who's been sentenced to many years in prison for terrible, unspeakable conspiratorial acts and acts against innocent young people. I mean, can we trust what she's going to say? Even if she raises her hand and says that she'll testify under oath, is that something that can be trusted? You know, that's a reasonable question. Is that credible evidence? I don't know.
Can we trust him? Shit, that's the question. Can we trust you? Shit. Come on, can we trust her? Can we trust you? That's the question.
The release of the Epstein files is hitting. Come
on, can we trust her? Can we trust you?
We have some major breaking news. Donald Trump was told by the Department of Justice back in May that his name appears in the Epstein files. According to the Wall Street Journal, in May, Bondi and her deputy informed Donald Trump at a meeting in the White House that his name appeared in the files. Many other high-profile figures were named, and of course, being mentioned in the records isn't a sign of wrongdoing automatically, but it's weird that Donald Trump was obviously so close with him on very weird endeavors, and now his name is in the files. The officials said it was a routine briefing that covered a number of topics, and they told the president at the meeting that the files contained what officials felt were unverified hearsay about many people, including Trump, who had socialized with Epstein in the past. They also told Trump that senior DOJ officials didn't plan to release any more documents after discovering his name was in the files. So, I mean, like, we could have seen this coming, Donald Trump being in the Epstein files, but if you're wondering why he's doing so much to cover it up, and why Republicans are helping him cover it up, this is why, because his name is in there and it doesn't appear in a positive way for him. I'm going to go break down this story on my YouTube and my Spotify show, link in bio for both of those things. But Trump's name is in the files, has to release them.
A bright future with this young man. Bright future.
As the White House tries to distance itself from the Jeffrey Epstein case, we now learn the Justice Department is planning to speak with Epstein's former companion, Ghislaine Maxwell, and what President Trump is now saying tonight about this meeting. Mary Bruce at the White House.
Tonight, as the White House struggles to turn the page from the Epstein investigation, the Justice Department announcing they will speak with Jeffrey Epstein's former companion, Ghislaine Maxwell, who's now serving a 20-year prison sentence for trafficking underage girls to the sex offender. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, who until recently was President Trump's personal attorney, says he plans to meet with Maxwell soon, saying if Ghislaine Maxwell has information about anyone who committed crimes against victims, the FBI and the DOJ will hear what she has to say. For years, Trump socialized with Epstein and Maxwell and was asked about her when she was arrested in 2020.
Do you feel that he's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working?
I hope so.
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly.
In an interview with Axios shortly after, he doubled down.
Mr. President, Ghislaine Maxwell has been arrested on allegations of child sex trafficking. Why would you wish such a person well?
I don't know that. But I did know that.
She has. She's been arrested for that.
Her friend or boyfriend,
Epstein,
was either killed or committed suicide in jail. She's now in jail.
Why is he acting like an idiot?
I'd wish you well. I'd wish a lot of people well. Good luck.
Today, the president claimed he didn't know his Justice Department was planning to speak with Maxwell.
I don't know about it, but I think it's something that sounds appropriate to do. Yeah.
Trump, clearly frustrated by the Epstein story, today tried to shift the spotlight onto Barack Obama, baselessly accusing the former president of treason in the 2016 election.
He's guilty. This was treason. This was every word you can think of. They tried to steal the election.
Trump falsely claiming Obama deliberately manufactured and politicized intelligence reports about Russian interference in the 2016 election. Tonight, in a rare rebuke, Obama firing back, his spokesman pointing to the widely accepted conclusion that Russia worked to influence the 2016 presidential election, but did not successfully manipulate any votes, noting those findings were affirmed by Republicans in Congress, including Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The spokesman adding, these bizarre allegations are ridiculous and a weak attempt at distraction. Trump's efforts to shake the Epstein case have only increased scrutiny of their friendly relationship of more than a decade. Epstein was asked about it in a 2010 deposition in a civil suit.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
When Epstein was arrested in 2019, Trump said they'd had a falling out and hadn't spoken in 15 years. On Capitol Hill today, Democrats and some Republicans are demanding that the Justice Department release the Epstein files. Today, the House Oversight Committee voted to subpoena Maxwell to testify.
The president's staff, administration, his own children, his vice president have promised that these files would come out, and now we're being told it's a hoax. It just doesn't wash.
And again, David, the Deputy Attorney General says he plans to meet with Ghislaine Maxwell soon. In a statement, her attorney saying they are, quote, grateful to President Trump for his commitment to uncovering the truth in this case. And we should note she's appealed her 20-year sentence and is eager to get out of prison. David.
Mary Bruce at the White House again tonight for us.
Give her immunity so she can go ahead and tell on everybody. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Alicia? Let's see. Oh, well, of course, but they already did like several investigations. Don't forget, you know, that Obama was the first Black president. So they were going to make his life a living hell any damn way. So, and they did several investigations on that matter. And I don't mean to be rude, but Trump should be the last person talking about treason or any other illegal bull crap and election being rigged. He need to be going to jail for election being rigged for him being in the White House right now. And the last time too, where you trying to point fingers at people. Oh, this man get on my nerves. And why is he acting like he don't even know freaking Epstein? Something's wrong with him. And I think he literally convinced himself that the Epstein thing is just seriously just bogus. The man has lost all sense of propriety. And if anyone thinks he's lucid, they're fucking nuts. Don't say that, Alicia. Don't say that. Don't put that in your atmosphere. Don't say that. Say she'll live and she'll drop the bomb and end this whole Epstein trafficking malarkey and put all their asses in jail. She'll come out as a savior, a movement, and an official. Well, y'all get the drift. Anyway. Hey, what zodiac sign is Ghislaine Maxwell? Well, anyway, someone should look that up for me. Anyways, move right along with this crap. Now, as I was saying, let me see if I can put a picture here. Yeah, a nice little visual. Here we go. Hold on, wait a minute. That was a good picture. There we go. Okay, here we go. Now, the fight over the Epstein files. Trump administration is under pressure. Did he have a picture? He never had a picture, just his face all the time. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. Okay, so the fight over the Epstein files. Trump's administration is under pressure, as you know, to release more documents. Now, despite promising transparency, as he promised doing his campaign trail, the DOJ recently stated there is no Epstein client list and declined further disclosures. Now, Trump has since ordered Attorney General Pam Bondi to seek court approval to release grand jury testimonies. Now, Trump response. Here's the picture I want to show you guys of the Leon Black. This is Leon Black right here. You remember? I was trying to tell you that's Leon Black right there. That I was talking about earlier, the one who paid Epstein $170 million for alleged tax advice. This is Leon Black, yas. And that is Donald Trump's father right there. And that's Leon Black. Yes, let me say it again so you guys can understand here. This is Epstein. This is Donald Trump's father. This is Leon Black. You connect the dots. Thank you very much. I confirmed what I just fucking said. Let me go ahead and play the orchestra because I freaking just, I have to put this up here. I have to put this up here because it's the truth. Oh, yeah. I love this game because I just literally proved what I fucking just said. Okay, get back to this now. Remove that, and we're gonna get back to this. Here we go. Let's do this one. This is better. Okay, there we go. So as you saw there, yes, Leon Black's the one who played Epstein's $117 million to do tax advice. Yeah, sure. So anyone who claimed they're getting tax advice from Epstein, it's not about tax. That's a cover-up. It's actually about trafficking and other illegal things. Just want to point that out. And then should I also tell you that he did tax advice for also Bill Gates? Let me just go ahead and point that shit out right there. And a lot of other billionaires around the freaking world. I just want to, put that out on the table so you guys can understand this tax advice cover-up that they love to say that, sure. Now, getting back to this tax advice. Okay, you said she's a Capricorn. Okay, Alicia, but what is her moon and her rising? What is her moon and her rising? Okay. Now, getting back to what I was saying. Now, of course, Trump administration is under pressure to release more documents, and they order transparency. Now, DOJ recently stated there's no Epstein, no client list. What are you talking about? There's no client list. There's nothing. All a hoax, all a lie. Yeah, like we're fucking stupid. And declined further disclosure. Now, Trump has since ordered Attorney General, Pam Bondi to seek court approval to release grand jury testimony. Sure. Now, when Trump is out there saying, I hope they do release it, he only said enough so he won't look guilty, and he's throwing Mike Johnson, the stoop note here, the dummy who's going to be, his career is going to be over, in a couple years. But, just saying, he is throwing him under the bus. That's what he's doing. When he say release it, he want to take the pressure off himself and put it on Mike Johnson by saying go ahead and release it. But trust me, Trump do not want those files to be released. He just covering his tracks at the moment. He think he's fucking slick. And Mike Johnson, dumbass, his career is going to be over and he's going to be indicted. So he might as well just go ahead and get the government assistance that he voted to have stopped. Yeah, talk about following your own sword, huh? Stupid. So we have this hoax that they say the Epstein controversy is a hoax and accused Democrats and some Republicans of using it to undermine him. He also suing Wall Street Journal, this is Trump, for $10 billion, a report claiming he sent Epstein a lewd birthday letter, which he in fact did do. And it has been confirmed that Trump is the one that sent it. But Trump, I don't know if he has early signs of dementia or Alzheimer's, but he's acting like he don't remember any of these things. And it's freaking ridiculous. Now, getting back to the congressional turmoil, Speaker Mike Johnson shut down House proceedings. This is the Mike Johnson. This is the bill. You're kidding. Okay, you said you read her son is okay. You said was her moon is a Leo. Yes. Do you know what that means? You know what that means? OMG. That's two Leos who may make a difference. We have the Leo who, well, he's not a Leo. I think he's not a Leo. Anyway, we have what's that they call? Oh, Pope Leo. Gosh, I don't care nothing about the Roman Catholic, whatever. Okay, so we have Pope Leo, and do we have this person here, Ghislaine Maxwell, who also Leo? Remember, the true age of Aquarius will come into orbit when all four signs are at its corners. So we have Pope Leo, and then we have, well, I don't think he's really a Leo, though. I think he just called himself Leo, but we go ahead and just put that crap on out there. Okay, so we have Pope Leo, whatever his real name is. And then we have Ghislaine, who is a real Leo. Interesting. So we're missing a Scorpio and Aquarius. Yeah, Scorpio and Aquarius and a Taurus to be in their corners. Once those three individuals are in their corner, so to speak, then order shall commence. That means the true age of Aquarius will definitely be here. Hold up, but something with these Leos, though. We getting a lot of Leos lately. I see what's happening. First, it was the Scorpios who was coming into orbit. Scorpio was coming in like obese. Because, we had Diddy, he's a Scorpio. And Letitia Tails was fucking everywhere. She's a fucking Scorpio. And we have SZA, she's a Scorpio. All these Scorpios, it's like it was like overloading of Scorpios. And then Will Smith, he dropped his album. He's a moon Scorpio. So all these Scorpios is, coming in obese. And now we have Leos that's coming in obese. Trump, his rising is a Leo. We have Pope Francis, what the hell his name is. He's a Leo. And then we have Ghislaine, she's a Leo. Okay, I see what's happening. So we have obese. And then next, I'm assuming it's going to be Tauruses. We're going to get Tauruses coming in bulk and obesity in terms of, dropping dimes or being in the spotlight. I get it. And Aquarius is last. Okay. I get it. Got it. We in the phase of Leos now. Next will be Tauruses. Got it. And Aquarius, I guess, would just go ahead and then close it and open and burst the door right the fuck open. Duly noted. Now, get back to what I was saying. Speaker Mike Johnson, Donald Trump's little bitch here, shut down House proceedings early to avoid votes on releasing Epstein records. He lost votes by not releasing Epstein records, but, let him go ahead and be delusional. Democrats are accusing Republicans of running out of town to hide sex crimes for rich and famous. So they are literally committing treason, corruption, fraudulent, all kinds of stuff to save the rising ascended Trump from, being arrested and impeached, among other things. That's what they're literally doing for their Lord and Savior, which is freaking sad, but are we freaking surprised? Let's move around along here. Okay. If you want, you guys, I can talk about the new age later, but just let me know. We're going to pivot it into Meghan here. As you know, Meghan Markle, Meghan and Harry have, they didn't get their Netflix deal renewed. No one knows why, honestly. It could have been a neutral decision not to get it renewed because they didn't really present a lot of projects. I mean, Prince Harry, he presented like a little documentary about his Invictus, and I watched it. It was very emotional. It was very touching. It wasn't very entertaining though, but it was very touching and moving and things. It was very entertaining. Meghan's As Ever did very well, believe it or not. So people think that her As Ever did it. No. Remember, she got to renew for a second season. So her As Ever did a very good job, to be honest. And it has been talks that she may be getting her thing renewed by herself, not with Harry, to Paramount, even though I hear that they're wanting to renew it, but they want to do it without Prince Harry. They want to just make a deal with Meghan. That's what I'm hearing. But I don't know if she wants to do a solo job. I don't think so. I think she want to bring Harry into the bunch, but I don't know. That's what I'm seeing here. But she got deals coming left and right. All her stuff is doing great. Although we know the royal family and their little sheep over there was swinging the story and say everything she has fails, and then just swinging it to the most negative fucking way. But I'm here to clear up that nonsense. Meghan projects are doing fine. Okay. Harry's wasn't doing anything. Matter of fact, he barely did any fucking thing. So they are wanting to renew the solo project. Paramount is looking at her, and I believe Prime is looking at her. And there's underhanding deals to do a solo project with just Meghan only and not with Harry. If she want to keep Harry in there, that's completely up to her. I don't fucking know. But that is the word on the street. And her stuff keeps selling out. She's doing great. She just needs to make a decision if she want to go solo or does she want to keep it, this is a combination couple project or not. I would just go solo. I'm gonna be honest with you. But here is the lifestyle branding for Meghan. Now, Meghan is now focused on her lifestyle brand As Ever, that I never even get the chance to buy anything from because it sells out in a matter of seconds, which launched alongside her Netflix series. Her debut rose sold out instantly, and she's preparing to the company who will release a champagne line, and I can't wait to get it, and holiday themed products. She also paused her podcast to fully invest in her brand because it's taking a lot of her time because, it's high demand here. Now, in terms of this final Netflix project with Love, remember I said Meghan got approved for season 2. It's already filmed and it will premiere this fall, featuring Chrissy Teigen, believe it or not, as a guest. That should be interesting. And then Netflix may also pursue on-off collaboration with the couple, which means with just her. But the exclusive partnership is over between them as a couple. So there, as Harry and Meghan, is gone. Not Meghan, just Harry and Meghan. But will the royal family in the UK clarify that? No, they won't, because there are some slime dogs. Not all of them, but most of them at some point, especially the royal family leading this atrocity and bad vibes, because there are some bitter people who needs to really do something about themselves. Now, the impact on Harry. Sources say the end of this deal hits Harry harder financially, and Netflix execs were reportedly frustrated that Meghan's brand took priority over the content creation because they was thinking why Harry didn't do more. I mean, Meghan is holding up her end of the bargain with all these, collaborations and, being Meghan, and Harry barely did anything. It was really frustrated with him. There's even talk that Paramount Plus might be interested in working with them next, with them as a couple, if they want to do that. If Harry want to do that, we don't know what the hell his mind is. He's been so frustrated with his father's situation. He's probably not thinking about anything at the moment. Now, I have to say, this is a good thing, because I think Harry should focus on something else. I think he'll be good at acting. Meanwhile, it also seems that it means that Meghan's solo ventures, as I said, especially her lifestyle brand As Ever, has been gaining a lot of traction in ways that outpaced their later joint Netflix releases. Yes, so she's doing so freaking well. It's ridiculous. I don't think she's gonna need to partner up with Harry anymore. Harry should venture off doing other things, of course, and focus on his Invictus that's worldwide at the moment, is doing well. But I think you should do acting, maybe a little writing or something. He's really good at writing stuff. So I think you should do that acting, but I think you should just leave the production and TV jobs and product and all that stuff to Megan, and he do something else. Because believe it or not, it was kind of his fault that they didn't get renewed because he didn't really do anything. She did stuff. He didn't do anything. So I'm just saying, they could have literally came out with a movie about their lives if they wanted to. Had someone plan their lives and did a movie from their perspective. They could have literally done it. There's literally a plethora of ideas that they should have came up with to keep this deal, but they did not do that, you know, so it is what it is. Money is money, you know, business is business. Oh, I don't know why I still got that up there. Why didn't you tell me I still had that up there, Alicia? Now, the document, Rock Nation, this is what you guys are waiting for. This is what pretty much blacklisted my freaking channel and stealing my money. Did I ever tell you guys that they already have my salary already estimated and verified before the month is even over? Despite, you know, the increase in views and stuff? Yeah, there are some fucking thieves. Now, the document is a verified complaint filed by Demoree Hadley against multiple defendants, including her mother, Desiree Perez, alleging unlawful actions and abuse of power that have caused harm to her family. Now, parties involved. Now, apparently, hey, Quiet Storm, how you doing? How you doing? Now, if you want to come co-host, just let me know. I'm talking about these two people. So it seems like parties involved, as you know, in this case. Now, the case involves multiple defendants, including family members and various organizations. Of course, plaintiff Demoree Hadley, a Florida resident, that's the daughter of this young lady here. Defendants include Desiree Perez, the CEO of Rock Nation, several LLCs, and law enforcement entities. Yes, Rock Nation is the company he owns. And he went and hired her. And from what I gather, he has not fired her even when this stuff is hitting the fan. Speaks a lot about his character. Now, jurisdictions is in the Southern District of Florida due to the location of events. So it's taken, you know, in Florida. I want to point that out. Now, the court has the authority to hear the case based on federal laws and the location of events. Okay. Now, take a listen to this. Before I play this clip, let me give you a brief. Okay, you do? Okay, just a moment. If anyone else want to come up, that's fine. That's fine. Please don't be long-winded and talking 100 miles an hour. I don't have patience. Okay, just want to say. Oh, I need to quit it. Oh, yeah. Here you go, dear. All right, there you go. Okay, now. Now, Desiree is accused of using her influence to harm her daughter and her daughter's husband. This is her daughter right here. This is her daughter. This is Demoree, and this is Desiree. Okay, and this is Nicki Minaj, and these are the two demon seeds. Now, bad demon seeds, because all demons are not bad. Just want to point that out. I don't believe the Bible. Now, Desiree is accused of using her influence to harm her daughter and daughter's husband. Now, allegations include false arrest and unlawful detentions under Florida's Baker's Act and Marchman Act. Now, Desiree passed and... Oh, hi, Quiet Storm. Welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hey, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. Had a rough couple of days. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm hanging in there myself.
It's been a long week so far. You know, the Malcolm dying. Oh, terrible.
Oh my God. I just can't believe it. I still, you know, I was in shock. I was like, that can't be. I just kept trying to tell myself like that just cannot be. You know, another part of our childhood is just gone. It's really sad.
It's devastating. I heard about it. Oh God, I heard about it yesterday. Was yesterday day before yesterday? I don't remember. And I was like, no. I was like, no. And it killed her. I was following his career. I mean, even though I didn't talk about him because there was no scandals or anything to talk about, which is great because, you know, that's wonderful. So he wasn't involved in any scandals, anything. Not now. Well, back in the day, he was involved in quite a few. But now he was involved in any. And I believe I mentioned him in passing with the Jaleel White situation and the Michelle person who played in Family Matters and also The Cosby Show. They used to date, he used to date her. He was there at her deathbed. So I did mention that in one of Jaleel White videos of that connection there. But what's crazy is that
that's the one that died fairly young, right? If I'm correct.
Michelle Thomas. Yes, I believe her name is Michelle Thomas. Yes, her. And other than that, he hasn't really been in any scandals. I know he had a child and a family, but he wanted to keep that under wrap because everyone who dated him back in the day, the news was crazy because I think he was dating another celebrity. I think he was dating what's her name?
Regina King.
Regina King, yeah, her. I believe he was dating her, and the media was losing their fucking mind. So, other than that, I've been following his career, and I followed him on my social media, and I was checking in on to see if he was all right. I saw he was in the band. I listened to music from his band and stuff. I was like, okay, he's doing good, and you just kind of keep it moving. I checked on all of them. They was part of my childhood. So when I heard about him, I was like, oh no, I know. And then I saw Bill Cosby saying it was like losing his son again. And I was like, oh, I know this is going to hit them hard. I haven't heard about Felicia Rashad yet, though. I don't know what's going on with her.
Me either. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't see it, because everybody, they had an outpouring of support and condolences through their social media. So maybe hers just kind of slipped through the radar. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. I follow her on social media as well. I didn't really hear anything in terms of, what's going on with her. However, anything you want to add before I finish the script?
No, just go right ahead.
Girl, I read this. First of all, I already listened to a brief preview of the script on Kadisha and in TikTok. She had a 7, I don't even know how many part series about it already. So I already know the contents of it. But I was like, I got to talk about it a little bit here. Maybe I'm risking everything, but I'm already knee deep in that shit anyway. So I might as well finish what I started. Anyway, so as I was saying, Desiree is accused of using her influence to harm her daughter and her daughter's husband, who's black, because I guess she's racist. I don't think she's racist. I just think she don't want her daughter marrying a black man. I don't even know. I'm just guessing. No one knows. It's stupid because she works for Jay-Z and he's black. So I don't know what her deal is, but whatever. So anyway, allegations include false arrests and unlawful detentions under Florida's Bakers Act and Marchman Act. Desiree Perez, and drug trafficker, and her current position as CEO of Roc Nation are highlighted. Her current position, hope you guys emphasize on that, her current position, which means he has not fired her, speaks a lot of his character. So the relationship between Desiree and Demoree is characterized as strange and manipulative. Yes, I can definitely say that. Desiree history includes, of course, drug trafficking and fraudulent activities. But however, they're involved in federal drug trafficking in 1990s and became a confidential informant. So she was involved in drug trafficking, but to take down, I guess, the head kingpin, she collaborated with them for a deal. And that's pretty much what happened. And she got immunity from President Donald Trump at that time. So don't know of their connections, but I got to, considering she's involved in trafficking, we can pretty much guess what their connections are. Just want to point that crap on out there. Remember, Donald Trump was really high and mighty in New York. He was the king of New York, kind of. And so is Jay-Z, who's involved in underground trafficking and drugs. So, and Jay-Z stayed in Donald Trump's hotel. Need I go on with the connections between these three people? Anyway, so as I stated in my other live show, and then it was arrest for various crimes, including grand theft and fraud. And then this is for this young lady here who looks like she's innocent, but she's actually dangerous. And we have abandonment for Demoree, leaving her with her grandparents doing her criminal activities because she felt like having a daughter was beneath her and she had other illegal things to do because she's a devil's advocate. And then we have illegal surveillance and hacking. So she do legal surveillance, and the little camera that was in this little document that I'm going to show you guys caught me off guard. I have never saw a handy camera like that in my life, but it was definitely sophisticated, and you probably won't even be able to even notice it because it's so fucking small. So small. And I'm so flabbergasted on these cameras and how civilized, sophisticated they are these days. And then we have Desiree allegedly engaged in legal surveillance and hacking of her daughter's devices, which means she had her daughter's phones and everything else hacked from cyber geeks. I hope you guys believe me now, because it's exactly what's been happening to me for years. Anyway, she installed cameras and listening device in Hadley's in her daughter's bedroom without her consent. She hacked Demoree's iCloud account to access personal data. So she has a mirror image of all her documents and her photos and her text messages. She has copies of all of that. Sounds like someone's been saying that for years. Evidence of illegal activities was used to manipulate legal situations against the Hadleys. Yeah, this is her daughter's family. Take a look at these clips.
Listen, sometimes we gotta look and listen to Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj might be.
Hold on a minute. I know you told me that, Nat, but you tell them to leave me alone. Okay? It's been like 5 freaking years. They're not leaving me alone. I went almost a whole damn year. I went almost a whole year not even talking about them. I was talking about other things, and they still was ripping me off blind. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? And that's another thing. I don't know who I'm broadcasting to. Who am I broadcasting to? My numbers aren't real, but it seems to have an effect on other social medias. So I don't know who the hell I'm broadcasting to. If I think I'm broadcasting to a small number of people, I say what I want. But if I knew I was broadcasting to a numerous people, I think I have the common decency to watch what the fuck I say. True or false? Why would I talk about this controversial stuff if my stuff is broadcasting like freaking Candace or any other big broadcasting company? You think I'd be talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce the way I'm talking about them? No. But if I'm thinking I'm speaking to nobody, I'm going to say what I have to say. Am I wrong for that?
No, not at all.
I was talking to my daughter the other day. I was like, if I knew who I was broadcasting to, I would be more careful. I won't be talking about all this scandalous stuff that could possibly ruin me. But if I think I'm just speaking to nobody and they're already ripping me off blind anyway, I'm going to say what I have to say. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sorry. Like, who cares? Who cares? I could be more responsible if I knew I was broadcasting to thousands of freaking people, which I got an instinct feeling that I am.
And that's the reason why I haven't come back to podcasting anymore, because, you know, once you realize like just how influential you can be and how many people are actually listening to you, and some of them could very well be famous people from behind all of these different avatars and usernames and whatnot. Exactly. It really makes you a little self-conscious, and it makes you like not comfortable saying the things that you used to say anymore. It's
exactly. Especially if I know that you just said, if I knew I was doing broadcasting to these people, yes, I will be self-conscious. I will not be, talking about this thing. But geez, I think I've proven several times over how the manipulation is deep. I show people how my analytics are. I have subscribers going up and up and up all the time. And they already have the estimated of my money, even with the increase of anything else. They still have estimated. I have not got over $200 and some in almost a year and some change.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm not making any money from these channels. I'm practically doing this for free. So I'm like, if I'm doing it for free and no one's listening, I'm just going to be free to say what the hell I have to say. Again, if I knew I was broadcasting to these people and they paid me what of course, I would not be doing this. I'm not stupid. Like you just said, I will be very self-conscious of what I say. But after this done, I want you guys to get a clear picture. The same thing that's happening to her poor daughter, maybe not to this degree, has been happening to me for years. Has been happening to Jagger White and many other people who have literally started talking about Jay-Z, Beyonce, or anyone else. Nicki Minaj may have a sketchy past and her credibility may be probably misguided or misjudged, but everything she's saying about Roc Nation and Jay-Z is the truth. And I would think the feds would get their asses into this if they're not getting paid, because this has to stop. You know what I'm saying? This has to stop. Hold on, what is he saying? I'll show that video in just a moment here. Let me pull up some. Nat, why don't you just come up here and talk? Click the damn link and bring your ass up here. I'm tired of reading this stuff, man. Yes, Desiree
You
is
know, it
definitely
almost kind of reminds me of the situation.
what?
Go ahead.
No, please,
Like, I
please.
was just gonna say, like, I had gone through a similar, kind of similar situation between. I had a podcast where I was calling out Michael Che and his very tasteless joke that he had done on Simone Biles after she had come out to talk about how she was sexually abused by her coach. And he was
Yes,
making a joke about it. And then he lied and said that he was hacked. But we all know, like, if you watch SNL and you're pretty familiar with, you know, his jokes, which, by the way, they're not funny at all. You'll know that he's the one that actually put out those tasteless jokes. And I called him out on it, and I called him a rotten piece of shit, which is exactly what he is, because what kind of so-called man would make jokes of a woman being raped and trying to make that into a joke?
Oh my God, that is
And
sick.
when I went in on him, and I went in, that's when YouTube all of a sudden, you know, said, it just pulled my video and said, this is under bullying, is what they said, bullying. I
So
kid you not.
Allowed to give your opinion of freedom of speech?
Basically, yeah.
I know what that's what it is. I'm telling you. You want me to tell you why your opinion matter over thousands and millions of people? More than likely said the same thing, and I saw videos where they literally lynched this man in their words. It's because you have the kind of voice tone what people listen to, and it sounds very professional and it sounds credible. So if your voice is credible and it's touching people, they're like, we can't have her up there. But if you are not showing any threat at all, you're ghetto, you're talking ghetto, you're ratchet. Oh, she's no threat. We can rule her her validity really, So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Certain people get targeted because they have more influence than other people. Other people don't show enough threats. They're not a threat. So they don't fucking care about them, which is sad. That's not for you. What does he say? He said Desiree is the problem. Yes, Desiree is definitely the problem. And you said, and you're not wrong in at all. It's freedom of speech. You should be able to say what you want about whether you want to talk about. True, but still, if I knew I was broadcasting to thousands of people and I was getting paid a lot of money, first of all, this YouTube stuff I would be doing a lot of the YouTube stuff. I have other stuff I want to do that doesn't involve mention celebrities, but just saying. I have other goals and things I want to do that doesn't involve celebrities in their business. JC and Beyonce would be far from my damn freaking mind. The stuff I want to do has nothing to do with them, to be honest. So if they knew that, they'd just leave me alone and give me my money back or something. They want to go. And then what did he say? But when I found, yes, I told you guys she had hackers. I told you.
Yeah.
You said between her and Tasha K. Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, it worked. He said he had work, so he can't come up. I understand that. I'll read your comments. You get a pass this time because you are a loyal subscriber for many years, so I give you VIP for that. Let me quit. Anyway, okay, let's look at these clips right quick.
Okay.
Listen, sometimes we gotta listen to Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj might be on that, but she be knowing what she talking about. So went down this rabbit hole, whatever. And I just want y'all to hear what I read about this lady, Desiree, and her daughter, Demoree, and Rock Nation, and all of this. So listen to this real quick. Demoree claims her mother, Desiree, which is the lady in the top left corner, Perez, who was once incarcerated for drug trafficking and pardoned by Trump in 2021, allegedly has a history of using her power, influence, and money to control people. But this time, she says it's gone too far. Back in May, Demoree filed a lawsuit accusing Desiree, Rock Nation, and 17 other entities of conspiring to have her involuntarily committed. She says they tried 3 times before finally succeeding in March 2024 under Florida's Baker Act. Demoree alleges they falsely labeled her as a suicidal drug addict, which was disproven with urine and hair drug tests. While in custody at a mental facility, the motive, Demoree believes this is all to sabotage her husband, who they accused of misdemeanor domestic violence, which was disproven as well. She claims her mother has always disliked him and filed false police reports of abuse to railroad him. Demoree also says her mother orchestrated fake meetings with Nike directors, hired neighbors to stalk her, and even submitted misleading photos of her swollen face, claims her husband knocked her teeth out just to try to get him locked up. In an interview with Tasha K, Demoree revealed she hired a private investigator and discovered alleged emails between Roc Nation's attorney and Florida prosecutors. In them, she said they admitted they lacked enough evidence to jail her husband, so they plan to brainwash her and have her committed while he faces human trafficking charges. Now, Demoree says she's done being harassed and stalked by her mother and Roc Nation. She's speaking out to expose how legal systems meant to protect are being abused by the powerful people.
This is what I've been saying for years. I've been saying it. I've been telling it to my husband, you know, everyone. I'm like, I swear to you, we have been followed for fucking years. And I'm not going to go down that whole speech again. But I've been saying this whole thing for years and no one freaking believed me. These weird damn neighbors who are literally just here just to spy on me. I can't go anywhere. Every time I go to a restaurant, it's like they rent the whole restaurant just so I can go in there. No one's there. I go to the grocery store. Weird people follow me around in the grocery store, and I don't like going to the grocery store. I have been followed for years. I tried to get a job at this news team just to be a reporter or just to be in behind the scenes and see how things work, to be an associate producer, assistant, whatever, just to get a feel how it works behind the scenes. I went to this news team, right? Storm, right? And I go there. I don't know if it was some miscommunication or whatever. So we kind of did unexpected and tried to leave. And the same white guy who had facial hair has been following me for years. Stop right next to him. He looked like he was so freaking seriously found out. And I told my husband, I said, stop. He didn't stop. He didn't even stop the fucking car because I was, whatever. So I was like, okay. You know, and he kept going. But I wanted to get out of the car and knock on his window and say, why the hell you been following me fucking years? Who the hell are you? You know, he's been following me fucking years. I go to the grocery store yesterday. And this is the first time I actually stepped into the grocery store in a while. I normally don't go to the grocery store. I hate going to the grocery store. And I went there. I was tired because I didn't have any sleep the day before. I had a really rough Monday. So I was tired as hell. Hair looking a hot mess. I put on a wig, that bang wig that you guys see me wearing. That's a wig. That's not my hair. It's clearly a wig. Okay.
Okay.
I put on a girl, please. My hair. I don't have a bang like that. My bang is. You see the picture up there. I don't have a bang like that. When you see me having a bang like that, you know it's fake. So anyway, so I put the wig on because I didn't feel like doing my hair, and I guess it was all over the place. And then I put on like one of my quoted t-shirts, some ripped jeans, some sandals, which is unlike me to go out in public looking like that ever. I was put on some dark sunglasses. And I just went to the grocery store. We go to the grocery store. There's two guys who obviously are not shoppers. They pretended to be shoppers. One had a grocery cart standing by the food section where we were. My husband's trying to get a steak with two meats in this thing with these big, crazy fucking sunglasses on. Not shopping, looked like he was just there to just see what the hell we were doing. And then another guy was at the meat counter staring. And when I turned around, he turned around. And this old lady followed us throughout the entire fucking store, but not really getting anything. So I'm noticing all these things. I'm like, who are these freaking people? I ain't say it because I don't want to sound like a crazy person, but I'm noticing these things.
Right.
And I'm thinking, this is some crazy fucking shit. What in the Sam hell? I mean, oh my gosh. And it goes years back. Girl, it goes years back.
Wow.
He's been, and I'm thinking he's doing all this. They doing all this because I dropped the video about exposing his gay affairs years ago. Are you fucking kidding me?
You would be surprised how many people are are basically trapped in the closet, and they will go to. It does not matter how many links they will go to try to keep that covered up, but. I mean, if you already know, and it's kind of already out there for people to see and know, like, you know, Diddy, because everybody know that he swings both ways, if not completely just gay, and he's just not comfortable with coming out.
Yeah.
But surprised, some people are really like touchy about coming out of the closet or being seen in that kind of way. It's really crazy, especially as a grown adult and you've accomplished certain things in life and you're a whole billionaire or close to being one, and you're still not comfortable in your own skin. That to me kind of reads like you don't love yourself, really.
Yeah. And not only that, and you're married
that's what it kind of comes across.
Yeah, I agree. Then you've been married to one of the biggest superstars in the game, so you have to keep this kind of, I don't know, facade or, reputation.
Yeah.
Dude, I see if you was somebody else, but when you are fucking Jay-Z, your reputation was ruined before you got with that girl. So I don't know what kind of halo he think he has on his damn head. I mean, you have never had a halo. It was a halo that she put it there. We didn't put that shit there. The truth didn't put that there.
Right.
You put that fake ass halo up there. That's what I'm saying. But you know what? Bad karma is a bitch. That's all I got to say.
It sure is.
Maybe this woman to get caught and brought down by her own damn daughter. No, let's put that in manifestation. She get caught and brought down by her own damn daughter. Which she deserves. She doing her daughter completely wrong. So may the guys and goddess protect this woman full force and throttle, and make sure she get justice for what's going on with her, because this is not right. Okay, here's go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, to me, it seems like this has been a long karmic relationship between mother and daughter. This woman does not seem to love or have any kind of warm, loving feelings towards her daughter at all. She just really wants to control her. It feels like jealousy is playing a huge part of it too, because they do have relationships that are very fueled by jealousy. And this kind of comes across as that.
It does. It definitely.
And this lady, she, I kind of complete and total control over somebody and control over her daughter.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It definitely sounds like that. It sounds like this Desiree person, I'm starting to wonder if she has feelings for anybody. She's just pure unadulterated evil. For her to even do this to her flesh, but for her to do that to anyone who shows as an idle threat, it's sickening. She either has a true God complex or she is just out of her mind. Sound like she have a true God complex.
I believe her daughter when she says that she's mentally ill, because there's no other way you can be mentally sane and do something like that.
Consistently. And it goes deep. She tried to put her in some mental institution. She had doctors do that. But the true doctors is like, why is she here? There's nothing wrong with this woman, Demoree. So they released her, and then she, like she said, she hired fake neighbors. Same thing I've been saying for years. Fake jobs. I said that in one of my live shows. I had this job turn out to be a fucking fake. It was weird. Seriously, the same thing is happening to her daughter. The same thing's been happening to me. And this is her daughter. I'm just a influencer. Wow. So this is what's been happening. I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, she going through all of this. This is some sick shit that I don't even think billionaires with the money who are Caucasian, who's known to get away with serial murders for years and be undetected, can freaking do.
Yeah.
She's doing this. This is beyond fucking insane. And the killer part is she's still working for Jay-Z. And Beyonce want us to believe that she didn't know any of this.
Yeah, right. She knew. She just looking the other way or being drugged.
No. Remember, Beyonce is half Scorpio.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she has an essence or ascendance of Libra.
Yeah.
Just a sprinkle, just enough to pretend she's fair, not half fair. Like, what's his name? Will Smith or somebody. Will Smith is Libra, half Scorpio.
Right.
Completely different terms. She is half Virgo, half Scorpio, which means she is detail-oriented, very egregious, very strict on her brand and her shit, as she say, and to the point of possessiveness, domineering, and all of it mixed with a Scorpio. So not only she is so probably anal with her brand and her money, to the point that she probably will go nuts and still come across as a freaking Libra as fair. There it is in a nutshell. So that's where we see it. So she puts up this facade that she's fair and honest and smiles and be, I'm just beautiful. I'm an angel. She is beautiful. But I think we need to look closer at the Bonanza and realize that, yeah. And Tina, don't get me started on her. She's Cancer, Capricorn, some crap. She's so family oriented. Family means so much to her. She'd do anything beyond necessary to make sure her family is safe. Even if they are cool as and committed murder.
Dark magic.
Exactly. So she made that abundantly clear in her book that it's long as hell, but that I'm still reading or listening to. So I'll get into a brief summary about her embellished fictitious book in a week or so when I finish it. But this is this is Desiree Perez daughter right here, Demoree Hadley, talking about her mom.
Why did you sue? I spent a year trying to behind the scenes give her grace as my mother and try to come up with a solution and something where she can stop attacking us. I was trying to stop this relationship with my siblings. I have a niece that was just born 6 months ago that I've never met because of this. My grandmother died 2 months ago. I wasn't able to go to her funeral. Now I can't even talk or see my grandfather. Like, I'm losing my family. And so I did my due diligence behind the scenes. Just when we thought we were going to work things out, she sues my husband on April 8th, 2025 for a frivolous lawsuit. So at that point, I was like, she's forcing me to defend myself. And what is the number one thing that a narcissistic person cares about is their image.
Yep.
And so that's why I had to go out to the media. That's why I had to file the lawsuit, because I saw that her ego and her image were more important than her relationship with me. Her doing the thing with my grandfather really solidified that. My goal is for her to just stop this, like peace, justice, obviously, all those doctors. Everybody needs to be held accountable, right? I need to live a peaceful life and not worry about if a court processor is going to sue us for some stupid thing that we didn't do, or worry about if an investigator is going to be following me. Like, just I don't want to look over my shoulder to think that you're sending somebody because you want to intimidate me. I tried. Clearly, you don't care about our relationship. You did it to me. I can imagine how many people you're doing it to. Just peace, justice, and to see and be able to speak to my grandfather now. My husband's a very independent, free thinker and free speaker. He does not conform to what society norms are. He has different beliefs. You know, he went to the University of Connecticut with a full scholarship for D1 football. He could have gone to the NFL. He never wanted to go to the NFL. He thinks the system within the NFL is not in the best favor for Black athletes, right? She didn't like that. And so he's uplifted me, educated me, just like I have for him. And so her seeing, oh man, like he can influence her possibly more than me. He's showing her a different side of the world that maybe I don't want her to know. Like, that can be threatening for somebody who's always had control over a person. She's very much had control over my whole life, right? Usually parents do. I think it's a mixture of racism, classism, and she never thought we were going to last. In the very beginning, she didn't like him, just because from the neighborhood where he was born, which is it's so hypocritical because she was not born in the best neighborhood and was a drug trafficker. She was just judging him for being Black, being born in a bad neighborhood.
What?
Just judgmental. I think after college, when she realized, okay, he's not going anywhere, she actually offered him a position in Rock Nation, and she actually offered me a position and wanted us to move there and work there, and we said no.
Wow.
And imagine when you say no to somebody who's all about power and control, they take
because y'all probably knew what was going to happen as soon as you started working there. They're going to be on your business. You're going to be on the Rock Nation phone.
She felt threatened by him and insulted, and then at the same time, she wanted me to be with a millionaire. So date this person and go here, and so it's really just about power, control, classism, and just like your typical like narcissistic parent. What you guys can do to help me is repost and reshare, since we're being shadow banned and some big powerful media outlets are refusing to report on it. So reshare, because a narcissist doesn't like her image to be tainted and exposed, and I think she needs that so she can stop.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow, her own daughter. Wow. And I'm still just shocked. Are we not remembering that she still works for Rock Nation? I just want to point that out.
Right.
I mean, oh gosh, I'm sorry. Wow. And Beyonce is still married to this man. Here's what Jagger Roy says.
You know, Demoree, she said something very interesting. She said the very people that are supposed to protect you were the people that let her down. And I know what that feels like. Because literally, everything that is described in her lawsuit is everything that I've gone through.
See? Told you.
You want to know what's funny? What me and Demoree do have in common? Rock Nation is a problem in our lives.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
My.
I wonder how many more people is victim to this.
Now, when it gets to the point where you see that certain tactics are being used repeatedly over and over again on different people's lives for different reasons, and the point of contact is all the same, you can't ignore that.
Yep.
Or at least we shouldn't. We should not ignore that.
Mm-hmm.
We could use 400 more likes. People, come on, let's keep it going.
How many more people is this happening to? That is the frequent question. How many more people have this happen to who just said, you know, it's not worth it, and they just only got a 9-to-5 job? How many more people who started talking about them got blacklisted or even killed for that matter? I mean, that is the fucking question. You end up getting your stuff shut down, you know. How many more people are out there? You know?
I can imagine it's countless people, actually. Like, you know, if anyone comes out and speaks out against any of these celebrities, and this is also what I kind of speculate. I don't know if you've kind of figured that out either, but a lot of these celebrities are in the back pockets of these social media accounts, like, you know, low key, like they might have shares or if not total shit, I don't know, like, you know, channels themselves, like under different names, pretending to be different people, just spying and seeing what other, you know, what you or I would say about them. And so they could just call up executive corporate and say, hey, I want you to shut this person down. And they have it done just like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this woman is hiring neighbors to spy on her daughter. She's has fake investigator, doctors. From what I read from, listen to KISHA'S TikTok page, she said that her mother hired some, I guess, psychologist or some kind to lie and said he did a screening on her, paraphrasing, and she should be committed. When the date he said he did the evaluation and examination, she was getting pulled over by the cops. So he ended up getting busted for lying, you know. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, so she's hiring these fake doctors. I'm thinking, like, I wonder what's been told out there about me, because I don't really go out as much purposely. So I'm thinking there could be a whole false narrative about me that's not even true. And I got exes who won't mind, not many, who won't mind lying about me because they don't care for me. My daughter's father, he's a devil's advocate. I'm sure if you pay him enough, he'll be glad to do some undermining shit. And the list goes freaking on. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, no wonder my family has been acting shady as hell. My sister's been acting shady. She's been taking weird trips out of town. Don't know where she get the goddamn money on a housekeeper salary. So it's really strange things going on behind the scenes. And I'm thinking, okay, why did my sister need to take a trip to Atlanta for? Who's she speaking to in Atlanta? I just want to point that out. Who? We don't know anybody in Atlanta, as far as I know. So there is a lot of crazy stuff going on in my family. And my auntie, she's buying a house. My auntie is a recovering drug addict. Why? How does she get money for a house? Who's buying her house? So there's these questions, you know, that keeps popping up. And I'm thinking, who's paying who to say some dirt about me? Even though there's no dirt to say, but I'm sure they can make up some shit. Who is saying what, you know? And if she's paying these people to do all this stuff to her daughter and paying these people to consistently have Jagger Wright arrested several times and her life a complete mess for speaking the truth about people, who else is she doing this to aside from me and her daughter and Jagger Wright? It could be a list of people out there who this little evil demon seed and Jay-Z, who is above the demon seed, who is acting like he's God and shit, and he's getting away with it. And he has his wife to make his image look more tainted. And we don't even know if she knows it, if she's completely naive to this, or she's okay with it. This is the same woman who could have ended the whole scandal with Blue Contrail just by doing a duet with her. And with the other girl who just said a verse that somewhat sounded like she was talking about Beyonce, whose whole career has been completely ruined for singing one verse. What was that girl who say, I'm pretty, or that song, what's that singer name? What's her name again?
Carrie Hilson.
Carrie Hilson. She could have ended that whole rumor by doing a duet with her, or just being seen with her, or doing a picture. Just like, no, I'm not going to knock on other girls' house. There's nothing going on with this girl. Do your hustle, do your thing, girl. Did Beyonce do that? No, she did not. Did she end the Blue Control? No, she did not. She was like, one less competition I have to worry about. She just kept it moving. And so should we say, is this her minding her business or is her being herself? I don't know. She's the same person who said bow down bitches in a song. So I don't know. We don't know. I just think we need to stop taking people's image for what they try to portray and look at all the facts. You know, facts has been laid out blatantly. Why are we consistently ignoring it? You know, maybe we should re-examine these facts and these accusations and these claims to determine their true character. Jay-Z surround himself with rapists, pedophiles, crazy killers, and traffickers. But he on the other hand want to say that he's a good guy. I don't understand that. Make it make sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling and not making any sense, I guess.
No, you make perfect sense. Because these people, and this is one of the reasons why I get so frustrated with like just wealthy, super wealthy people, is it keeps on bringing back the whole statement of there's no ethic, there's no pure, decent, nice, kind, wealthy individual on this planet.
No, it isn't. Everybody's shady and shiesty as hell.
Like,
they all have some kind of agenda.
The more a person has to silence you, if they want to shadow ban you, if they want to, you know, even kill you in some cases, you know, they will do just that sometimes. There's some evil people in this world that will do whatever it takes in order to keep their precious little dirty, ugly ass secrets a secret.
Yep.
And it's sad. It's like, where is the good people in the world? Where's the balance?
And they probably, if there is good people, they're not saying anything because they're afraid the bad people are going to try to ruin their empire because they are good. So
yeah,
not saying anything. That's pretty much the times we are living in. Unfortunately, those times are definitely changing because true authenticity is definitely more accepted than this fake facade and manipulation that's been going on behind the scenes. Now, as you heard, the threats and coercion, Desiree threatened to have, Demoree committed to a mental facility, confronted Demoree under false pretenses to conduct intervention. Yeah. Use coercive tactics, including threats of Baker Act commitment to control Demoree's actions. The police involvement was sought but no charges were pressed against Desiree. The conspiracy with employers. Apparently, Desiree allegedly conspired with Demoree's employer to control her actions. So Demoree had a job. Her mother, as you probably heard her say a little bit, her mother went in and manipulated her bosses, co-workers to try to control the outcome of her job. So Demoree received a significant salary increase, which was suspected to be influenced by Desiree. Yeah, her mother went in and did her little underhandings, probably the money from Rock Nation to probably, probably blackmail this man and give him a deal to have her daughter's salary increase, but it came with strings attached. The iconic creative LLC began imposing unusual work demands on Demoree by basically telling her boss to have her do other stuff for this alleged increase. Yes, that's what she was doing to her daughter's job. And then a fake mental health evaluation was orchestrated involving a supposed Nike Academy representative. So she has someone pretending to be a Nike Academy representative for her daughter or her daughter's husband, but it was all fake. It wasn't even real. It was just a way to, to control her daughter. Are we hearing the levels of manipulation this woman is thinking is going to? I mean, come on now. Seriously, she's manipulating fake Nike Academy representatives, paying off her daughter's boss to increase her salary from their company, and then manipulate and control him through her. Are we hearing this shit? So you think an IRS audit or garnish wages is something she won't stoop to do? That I think she's doing with her husband? Yeah. So false arrests of Javon Hadley. Desiree reported false allegations against Javon, leading to his arrest. That's her husband. Then allegations of battery from 2022 were reported in December 2023. So fake allegations of battery. So she's controlling the cops now. Yeah, all it's under Rock Nation's money. Police, this should literally put Jay-Z into the limelight because, you know, he knew this shit, but I'm sure he'll play dumb, you know, just to make sure he's not a part of it. But we know that's not true. Police were caught under false pretenses leading to Javon's arrest despite no evidence. How you doing, Indra? And then again, charges were eventually dropped, but the incident caused embarrassment and distress because it was false. So she hired cops to arrest her daughter's husband under false pretenses. So that means she has law enforcement in her back pocket. Yeah. So unlawful detention of Demoree. Desiree successfully had Demoree unlawful detained under the Baker's Act, as I stated. So she conspired with private investigators and a doctor to facilitate a detention. Yeah, so she hired these private investigators and a doctor, as I stated briefly a second ago, and tried to put her daughter in detention. Police were misled into believing they were a part of legitimate crisis intervention. So she, you know, misled the police, at least that's what they said. Demoree was forcibly taken without proper evaluation or consent. She was trying to declare her daughter mentally unfit so she can get true guardianship, with conservatorship, hence what Britney Spears had for years. She was trying to get conservatorship over her daughter. But her daughter raised above this, and doctors, like I stated earlier, say there's nothing wrong with her, and they let her go. So we got doctors who actually speaks the truth despite the pressure that this woman, who obviously have a God complex, was trying to put on them. So thank goodness for these doctors. So Marchman Act and guardianship petitions.
Yeah.
Desiree filed petitions to further control Demoree's life. Filed an emergency petition under the Marchman Act, falsely claiming drug abuse. And then, yeah, fake petition, all of that. You heard that correctly. Claiming drug abuse of her own daughter. I'm still not done yet. Sought guardianship of Demoree, as I stated, alleging incapacity despite her being educated and healthy. This is an educated woman. She went to college. She's very intelligent. So is her husband, as you heard her say. Yeah, but her mother tried to declare her dumb, stupid, unhealthy, and mentally. If anyone is that, it's probably her, but whatever. So she tried to get guardianship over Demoree, alleging incapacity despite her being educated and healthy. Like, she had no drugs. There was no drugs. If anything, probably in her system, probably a glass of wine and liquor. No cocaine or anything like they said I did back in the day, and had some doctor pretending that he was supposed to be a doctor for a job. And he was just checking my blood to see if I had drugs in it. And it was nothing in it, but just some liquor that I had the day before. Yeah, the same thing happened to her, happened to me. Maybe on a grand scale of things, but same thing fucking happened to me. So the actions were based on fabricated claims and aimed at maintaining control over Demoree. Now, the allegations against Desiree Perez. Here are the allegations. Desiree Perez is accused of orchestrating a series of fraudulent actions against her daughter, Demoree Hadley, including false drug allegations and wrongful detentions. Desiree allegedly listed individuals as sources for drugs, but evidence shows Demoree did not seek drugs, that she didn't take the drugs that she was trying to put her daughter on and make her hooked to. Demoree was wrongfully detained under a fraudulent Marchman Act petition on March 3rd of 2024. And then staff at Life Skills noted Demoree was not delusional or had no signs of drug use. Desiree filed a petition based on misrepresentations to the court. So I'm glad her daughter is very intelligent and actually have the help and connections to get behind this. I don't have that, so she have that, and I'm glad she does. Maybe she can take her mother down, and that would help all the other people like me, Jagger White, whoever that, you know, Rock Nation, and this bitch is definitely controlling. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it will be like a domino effect, and we all can be free of this control. Because once she's behind bars, he's going to be investigated shortly after, which means all the proprietors and their workers who's working under them are going to split because they don't want to get caught.
Oh, yeah.
So if they have enough fucking sense, you know, they will split. Soon as it, you know, it's really crazy. You notice who didn't report this?
Who? Not
going obese reporting this, TMZ.
Oh, wow. And you know what? That kind of plays into the whole, you know, these celebrities have TMZ in their back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly.
I believe that.
Did anyone put those two and two together? This would be a story that TMZ would normally be on it like freaking white on rice. They are not even reporting this, and this is some juicy freaking tea. But they barely reported it. Barely reported it. But they were definitely trying to declare Jay-Z's innocence, you know, over that rape allegation, you know.
Yep.
Yep. Well, that definitely proves on what side the TMZ is on, doesn't
it? It sure does.
So we have Javon Hadley. She faced multiple wrongful arrests, allegedly orchestrated by Desiree Perez. So it says Javon was arrested on April 5th, 2024 for battery and had no probable cause. So she's going to be accused. She's going to be pretty much indicted for that as well. And then the second arrest occurred on April 8th, 2024 for allegedly violating the state away order, which was also deemed frivolous. So she's going to be going down for that. Police body camera footage revealed the officers were directed by higher-ups to arrest Javon without just cause. That's evidence she cooperated with that because cops would more than likely testify if they want to keep their jobs and their freedom. So legal actions and consequences. Demoree Hadley was initiated legal actions against Desiree Perez and other various violations and damages. Now, Demoree reported Desiree misuse of power to prosecutors, leading to a sworn statement on April 26, 2024. So this was last year. Desiree filed a frivolous lawsuit against Demoree regarding a car gifted to her, claiming ownership despite the title being in Demoree's name. So she tried to buy her daughter's car that was in her name, but it was just a way to control her, as she stated in that video. Demoree and Javon incurred significant legal expenses and emotional distress due to Desiree actions. At least they can afford these legal expenses. I mean, just saying, kind of. Then the RICO violations and civil conspiracy claims. Demoree alleges that Desiree engaged in racketeering and civil conspiracy. This is federal charges. Why haven't the federal government brought this up? Why haven't there been Homeland Security to, I don't know, raid this woman's house? And considering she is an employee of Roc Nation, they should be raiding Jay-Z's house because he hired her and she still works for Jay-Z. So that make him a co-conspirator, considering she worked for Roc Nation. But we haven't heard shit. But they were so quick to freaking raid Diddy. But I guess get the pressure off him, get Diddy before you get me. Sure.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And Beyonce is still married to this man. So she claims to be good. Sure. So Demoree alleges that Desiree engaged in racketeering and civil conspiracy to harm her. Desiree is accused of violating the RICO Act through wire fraud, robbery, and witness tampering. The conspiracy involved multiple parties, including Roc Nations and various healthcare professionals, to wrongfully detain Demoree. So these healthcare workers that she paid, and fake ones or real ones, they will be indicted, investigated, and brought up for questioning. Demoree seeks economic and non-economic damages, including punitive damages, which you should get among some, and Roc Nation should be shut the fuck down for illegal violations. Among everything else, I'm sure they're fine if they go through their records. I guarantee they find more than just this Desiree stuff that he's involved in. I guarantee it. Demoree claims her Fourth Amendment rights were violated through unlawful detentions. Desiree and others allegedly conspired to detain Demoree without probable cause under the Baker's Act. Multiple defendants, including Dr. Bober and private investigators, are accused of participating in these unlawful actions. Demoree seeks damages for these constitutional violations. And then it's malpractice claims. She's going to be pretty much down for that. And then it's a privacy violation on unauthorized access to her devices, home, and things of that nature. That is definitely a federal charge. The list goes on and on and on. Now, this woman has done so much illegal shit. Why haven't she been brought up? And the killing part is, and I'm going to show you guys this, she actually have the evidence of all this stuff, her daughter. But again, why isn't this all over TMZ? Why aren't we talking about this? Why have no one put this on freaking trending? What the fuck is going on here? This should be trending right along with everything else that we've been talking about. Matter of fact, this should be trending right along with the Epstein stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on out there because it's definitely some stuff in here that we definitely talk about. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this up here. Let's go ahead and put this court document up here because I definitely have it. Okay.
Okay.
There's the document right there. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger. Excuse me. I got tired. Okay. Okay, so I gotta control this from here. I'm not gonna like that. I don't like how this is done. Just a second.
Okay.
But you can go ahead and give your input about what I just said while I do this if you want to.
Yeah, I just feel like there's a big cover up to like keeping the status quo, and the status quo is, be as evil as you want, do as evil as you want, And, you know, as long as you have enough money to, you know, kind of cover it up, people get away with it, unfortunately. And I hate that. And I hope that things will change. I hope that things, you know, that there will be a shift. If this is the age of Aquarius, hopefully these things will be revealed. Hopefully these things, people like your Jay-Z's, people like P. Diddy's and all of them, and not just men, but women. I want to get them all, for real, for real. They will, you know, be brought to justice, proper justice, and they will be punished for what they've done. So I'm just kind of holding out hope. I'm trying. This world is just not great. This planet is just, you know, it's been showing me time and time again that it is ruled and governed by evil. And, you know, the bad guys seems to be winning, unfortunately. And it doesn't seem like the good guys are, you know, winning as much. So it's just really disappointing.
Definitely true. Definitely. But I agree with you. It does seem like money pretty much is the root of a lot of evil things, and people would do a lot to keep it. I just wish that they leave innocent people like me alone just for having an opinion. You know, it's crazy. But we're called the lazy ones, but they literally living off screwing us over from our hard work. But we're the lazy ones. Make it make sense,
right?
It doesn't make sense. I'm lazy, but you're ripping me off. How the fuck you call me lazy? Give me a break.
Exactly.
The lazy one. I know you're the lazy one because you taking my money. You dumb fuck. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna. I already gave you a brief summary of this, but there's some links in here that I kind of want to show right quick. As you can see here, this is her right here. What is this? Unfortunately, as detailed, Desiree has a history of using legal tactics. This is her ran rubber gloves and providing false information to authorities. So she kind of, you know, got behind the scenes stuff from her. This is her mom wearing rubber gloves and providing false information to authorities. So her fingerprints won't be on it. So she giving false information to the authorities, but she won't have her fingerprints on it. So her mother is wearing gloves. That's what she's doing in this picture right here.
Wow.
Yeah, very sick. And it says Desiree participated in federal drug trafficking activities in the 1990s under the prior name Desiree. Hold up, this name looks familiar. I saw that name somewhere on the document. I'm gonna have to brainstorm. Anyway, so we have Southern District of Florida here, and this is the petition to summons offender under supervision. This here is the following Desiree federal indictments and arrest. She was originally sentenced to 30 months in prison. And this document is basically a warrant summons for under supervision. This is for Desiree, for just pretty much proving that was her name under that time when she was in jail. She just provided a legal document proving that, just in case people apparently don't fucking remember. So she provided proof of that, her mother's former name. And then this list of her felony indictments over the years is her mother's, all the charges that she had over the years, several. But this is who Jay-Z hired. Is that even cementing in your goddamn brain? This is who Jay-Z hired. Let's just examine the evidence of I'm the businessman, I'm the king of the universe, and I have a halo over my head, and I'm married to this alleged angel who is married to this alleged angel man. Okay, so he was best friends with Diddy. Diddy is known to do some egregious, demented, sick fucking things. We saw him drag his girlfriend, beat her ass, among the other things that has been pretty much testimony by previous people over the years, including two who are currently dead, which is Tupac and Biggie, who said some pretty demented shit about Diddy. And Diddy was best friends with who again? Jay-Z. Okay, now let's just examine that as well. And then he was friends with this big time drug dealer back in the day. That is a fact. A fact. He was actually doing runs for this drug dealer back in the day. This is Jay-Z. Yeah, Jay-Z. And then Jay-Z hired this woman who obviously had a violation, who knew Jay-Z even back in the day from working in this club or where the fuck they were doing. It's still a question what they was doing together back in the 90s. Who I guess, you know, she got out of jail and got cleared by the president, Donald Trump, and got hired by Jay-Z. Jay-Z knowing this stuff because they used to do runs back in the day, questioning what kind of runs they was doing back in the day. So she still works for him. and they're still friends, and Jay-Z is still married to the alleged Queen of Innocence, Beyonce. Let that shit marinate for a second. Jay-Z also was friends with Harvey Weinstein. Jay-Z also did a video on Epstein's Island. Jay-Z also didn't like Tupac. Yes, he didn't like Tupac either. He wanted Tupac gone because Tupac was talking shit about him too. Need I go freaking on?
Yes.
Need I go on?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's continue this shit. Okay. All right. Jay-Z, because I'm already knee deep in the crap party. I already taking my money, taking my husband's money. You know, fuck it. I don't care anymore. I'm like Jagger White. Fuck it. If I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down swinging. I'm not going down shutting up. Hell to the no. But this is the last time I'm going through this list of Jay-Z. And I'm going to go on the stuff that I want to talk about after this if I don't get pissed off first. I'm going to say this and then I'm done. I'm going to start talking about stuff I want to talk about and making that announcement right now. After today, we'll see. Not guaranteed. We'll see. But anyway, like I was saying, Jay-Z also have connections to Aaliyah, the woman who he was obsessed with for a number of years. Jay-Z has a history of stalking people before he get to them, like most Sagittarius. Not you. You're not.
No.
Who are you? Not you. I'm talking about male Sagittarius.
Right.
Males. Just males.
Right.
So he has a history of stalking people to the point of obsession. He wanted Aaliyah to the point of or utter fucking sickness. Aaliyah didn't want him at the time. And I'm sure she had her reasons. She wanted Damon Dash, even though there's no guarantee these two was even together. No one really came out and said Damon Dash and Aaliyah together. We just saw them together in pictures. Aaliyah didn't come out and say that Damon Dash and she were together. She never even did an interview, said, I like Damon Dash. She's the lover. She never said any of that shit. All we have is Damon Dash and a few little kissy, hugging, not even kissy photos, hugging photos. But we have a lot of hugging photos with Aaliyah and other guys, too. She was just a lovable kind of chick. Was she going with all them, too? We have several videos. We have videos and pictures of her hugging freaking Jay-Z, looking like he's ready to damn near jump on her goddamn bones. So we have that. He was obviously obsessed with the girl, obviously, for a number of goddamn years, to the point where he linked up with freaking R. Kelly to see why she liked him more, because what did you do that I can't do? Some sick, crazy shit. Yeah. And then I guess she turned him down and turned Damon Dash down and ended up on his freaking plane ride for some drug that no one seems to know who gave to her. Everyone's playing fucking stupid. She dies, and then not even 2 years later, Damon Dash get married to someone else. Make it make sense. And then we see Jay-Z with freaking Beyonce. Make it make sense. Yeah, I'm not even done yet. And then he was hooked to freaking Blue Cottrell, who said on an interview with Wendy Williams that she will get at him because she like him. But Wendy Williams, a wise woman, said, I think you're too smart. He needs someone naive. Paraphrasing, that's pretty much what she said. So who did he officially hook up with? Beyonce, because she's naive. We know that Tina Knowles has a long freaking lineage to witches. I know that. I did investigate on her family. They are true descendants of witches. So
I believe it.
They have a long lineage of witches. She is a family-oriented person. I'm reading her book, although it's embellished and the dates are seriously off, but she makes sure she put the dates and years and ages of these alleged events that she claimed occurred, which further validates that she's trying to cover up fictitious rumors. So in her long-ass fucking book, she literally sounds like her sign. She's all about her family, and she would pretty much help her family by any means necessary, including doing dark witchcraft. And I'm not talking about dark witchcraft in terms of doing good stuff in the dark. I'm talking about really evil witchcraft. That's what the fuck she would do. I already said my alleged warnings in the beginning, and I can continue going on with these allegations, by the way. Okay? Now, and then we have Maya. Maya, the beautiful Maya, who came out with Whoa. Talented as fuck. Who was very smart, saw the darkness, probably what Diddy was doing back in the day, what Biggie Smalls was doing back in the day, what Jay-Z was doing back in the day, and Jay-Z wanted to get at Maya. You notice his type of females he like. Blue Cottrell always had blonde hair. She had black hair. She changed her hair to blonde later on. However, actually she had a lot of hair colors. He likes these long hair, black hair, long hair women, it seems. That seems to be his style. I don't know why. Well, we already know why, Beyonce is not, well, never mind, whole nother story. But the point of the matter is that he definitely has a fucking type.
Yeah,
Definitely has the type. Blue Contrail has been blacklisted. Carrie Hilson has been blacklisted. Okay. And this other rapper chick that I did a video about has been blacklisted because she said Jay-Z tried to come at her too. Yeah. Aaliyah is dead. Damon Dash is only pissed off because of the deal and connections he had with Jay-Z didn't go so well. He got the running under the sticks, so he just bitter as hell and making up these lost my love of my life stories that he's seriously fucking embellishing so he can continue being an innocent person when he can't talk, when there's pictures and videos of him hugging and kissing and humping on other girls, but he want to say that he was in relationship with freaking Aaliyah. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah,
No. You want a relationship with Aaliyah? Bull fucking shit. I doubt if she was interested in any of you motherfuckers. After what happened to R. Kelly, I think she was mainly focused on her career, which she made abundantly clear in many interviews that she was definitely focused on her career. But
yeah,
whatever. And I'm not even close to being freaking done yet. Then we have Foxy Brown, who was underage and fast as hell, who was apparently so damn scared to the point of quietness, who still is socializing with Jay-Z, who Jay-Z is still close to her and her family, even put a picture on her social media to provide how close she was so she can pretty much give Jay-Z, like, I'm not going to talk to Nicki Minaj. I'm on your side. We cool. Basically, we know you scared, girl. We're not freaking stupid, okay? We know you fucking scared. So you can go ahead and continue being scared all the hell you want. Who gives a damn? So then we have other rap people that Jay-Z allegedly is involved in. Do you remember the nappy person, that guy rapper who got shot outside his shop? What is his name again? And he was linked up with that spiritual, holistic old guy with him and Left Eye. What's his name?
Oh yeah. Damn. Shoot, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Well, him.
Dr. Sebi.
And that rapper guy who got shot.
Shoot.
Did I tell you the lawyer and whoever was overseeing that case have connections to fucking Jay-Z and Rock Nation?
Really?
So we don't even know if the guy who allegedly took the fall is really the guy who was really behind of taking the fall for killing him. And he turned down Diddy and his little underhanded booty deals or egg deals that Suge Knight came out and said that you got to have a deal in order to make it in a rap game. You have to pass the egg test, which means put an egg between your butt cheeks. If it don't break, you're good. If it breaks, you're not broken in enough. That is the shit that freaking Diddy and Jay-Z came out with that he was not down with, along with the other legal stuff. And he was going to expose and start his own label. And suspiciously, he ended up dead. Who also said they was going to start their own label. Oh, yeah, that's right. Lisa Left Out Lopez said she was going to start her own label, and she ended up dead too.
Sure
who
did.
else said they was going to start their own label? Biggie Smalls said he was going to start his own label. He ended up dead too. Yeah. So anyone who goes against these people, they end up blacklisted or fucking dead. And people still want to put halos over these people's head, thinking they're innocent. I don't think so. How many times people are going to start listening to the facts? How many times people are going to stop?
It's all about control with these people.
It's definitely about fucking control. And he still got this girl working for her. And he still haven't been investigated by the federal government. He still haven't. I called the federal government, FBI, several times. They are useless. Instead of them also worrying about Epstein case, which they should be doing this too. Diddy, he's done. Diddy's done. As my girl Wendy Williams said, he's done. Let the judge throw the fucking book at him and just watch his hands. Who cares about Diddy? We need to get on to this motherfucker right here in Desiree. This is where y'all need to be on. Matter of fact, if what's his name, Trump, is want to get the heat off himself, maybe he should push this shit up in the limelight. That's unless he's connected to it. Yeah. If you want to cause a distraction, I guarantee you put this in the limelight, it would definitely cause a distraction. Then we'll be talking about Epstein. This will be all over. I'm telling you. It will be all, okay, they probably more than likely still be talking about Epstein. I mean, that's a really big-ass story. But I'm just saying, it won't be talked about as much. Now, is there anything else you want to say? Because I'm done with the whole testimony. I could still go on and on, but I'm getting kind of tired, honestly.
No,
talking about
that's, I'm good.
She's like, I'm good. Oh yeah, we're good. Okay, I just want to see some other stuff. I'm just gonna go in here and whatever. A lot of stuff I already just said already. But here's the hidden camera right here. This is what I want to show you, Quiet Storm. It says the inner complaint, Desiree even included a snapshot from the illegal recording device in Hadley's bedroom. Look at this girl. These are the pictures been taken. Her daughter's been, here's the camera. Look at this camera. Look at this camera.
Oh my God. They have them that small?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. This is the fucking camera right here. Look how small this camera. I'm gonna have to go around my house and see if I see this fucking camera. Because it looks
I'm
like
paranoid now. Shit.
Girl,
You made me making me wonder like
yes.
Oh
this is how
my
small.
God.
Yes, this is how small the camera is. And it don't even look like, you would never think this is the camera. It look like some part that you see inside of a machine or something, you know, but it's a fucking camera.
And it looks like something that would fit perfectly in a smoke detector, not for nothing.
Ooh, yeah. It's like put it kind of by the battery of them little gadget things. You wouldn't even know it's a camera.
Yeah.
Girl,
you wouldn't
I'm
know.
about to go
You
around this
absolutely,
house
girl,
and
you
get
got my
my
mind wandering now.
Because
Because you know,
mm-hmm.
and I didn't tell you this, but like my building has been spied on. It's been watched. Like cars, like weird, like dark cars parked right across the street. Just, I kid you not. I kid you not. And when I try to do like research on like my area, because I'm in Ohio, and like the area in which we're in, it used to be like a slaughterhouse, you know, because we used to be called Porkopolis, you know, before we were called, you know, what we're called now. And I didn't know, like, evidently, like, this is like a hot spot for spying on people, you know, like our building. I think our building is like under like a heavy experiment, just trying to find out what's going on, who's doing what. I think a social experiment, honestly, like, especially if you're in a Black populated area, it's kind of giving like they clone Tyrone type of thing without the clones.
You're kidding. Really?
I kid you not. I kid you not. I wish I were. And the fact that like not long after I moved here, I ended up getting like a email from the FBI saying, "Hey, you want to come join us?" And I'm like, no, girl, I still got the damn screenshot. I can prove it.
Girl, no, I'm gonna tell you, I don't even think that it was probably from the FBI. It probably was some linked up shit that these fools did. Remember what her daughter said? She set up fake Nike interviews of fake people pretending to be Nike.
Mm-hmm.
It probably was fake. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
probably was fake.
Probably so.
Yeah,
but it really gotta set my my radar up for, because back in high school, like shortly before I graduated high school, like the Army, they came to like, they really like sought me out. And I'm like, I don't have any of the qualities that you are looking for. Because number one, I wear glasses. Number two, like I don't, like I'm not really good at taking authority anyway. Like I'm kind of like a lone wolf, if you will. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. Like I kind of just do my own thing. And it's like, I was thinking maybe they were pursuing me because I had family members who did serve. You know, I had a couple of grandfathers that served. I had a few cousins, a few uncles that served. Like they really, you know, my family like really served in the Army heavy. And I think maybe they thought like I would be interested in doing that. But I was like, no, that's really not my area of expertise. Thank you. But the fact after I said the first no, they still kept coming. And that's what made me kind of like think like, okay, there has to be something to this, a little bit more.
Yeah. Was
like
it
maybe they know who I am.
Or something? Was it after your channel? Or
this like, well, this was way before I even got my channel started, way before.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And it's just like every now and again, like I'll get like little, you know, little things that'll come out that, you know, Army related, you know, people either they'll send me like notices or emails saying, hey, you want to come join us?
Wow, that's weird. That's weird. Wow. Now, what were you doing?
And I'm like,
yes,
no,
Jamal, we see
I don't want to join you. Like, what the hell is up? Like, it makes, I feel like they know who we are and we're on their radar, so to speak.
Yeah, and they were on your radar when you started your channel too. They knew who you was. They was watching you all along. I'm just wondering what you were doing prior to that. Jamal said hi. Hi, Jamal. How
Hey
you
Jamal,
doing?
how you doing?
Hello. She said you doing string. You gotta put out there what I'm doing, man. But I hear you. I'm just kidding. Yeah, StreamYard today. Yes. Now, yeah, what were you doing prior to all of this happening? I mean, what was your job before? I'm just kidding, before your channel and all that stuff.
Honestly, what I was doing, I was taking care of my mom. I was a home health aide, actually.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Yeah, I was just taking care of my mother. And it was only until, I wasn't really giving it off any indication that I could be, I guess, viewed as a threat until after I did my podcast. And, I just kind of let her rip. Well, because how I started my podcast was just really just authentic. I was just basically trying to link up with people who was going through, what I was going through at the time. I was going through grief therapy. And because I had lost my aunt, she had passed away, and everything just kind of fell apart. Thank you. Everything had fallen completely apart. I ended up losing my job, and it happened on Friday the 13th, no less. And I decided to do a podcast and just talk about it, and maybe link up with people who were going through the same thing that I was going through. And then that culminated from that then to me just having opinions about celebrities and stuff like that. And that's how it all started. Honest to goodness. Yeah.
But I'm wondering if it was your bloodline. You should definitely do ancestral DNA.
Oh, I did that.
So who is your bloodline? I mean, maybe it's linked to something great, or I don't know.
I found out that I am royalty. Yes, I did. Yep.
See, there it is. There it is.
Yep.
See,
I surely
knew
did.
it was something. I knew it was something. Now we know that's what it is. That's why you hold as a threat. They be doing that stuff. They shady as hell.
Yeah.
That's why they got a close eye on you. There's a part of the government, people who has really potency bloodlines to royalty or maybe ancient entities. Who the fuck knows? They watch very closely, and I guarantee that's what's happening to you at this moment.
I would not put it past me because I do believe in reincarnation and things like that. I have no doubt about it. I feel like, they kind of seek people out, and that's probably why they even came up with the whole ancestry and things like that. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't to just find out, connect people with other family members. It was so they could find out what exactly are you holding within your DNA? Like who are you? Where do you come from? Or who could you possibly be reincarnated? That type of thing. So I believe in that.
That's crazy.
It is.
It is.
And if they went after you, you can only imagine what's in your DNA.
Oh, girl, I'm not giving my DNA. I'm extremely cautious about my private life. Seriously.
Right. I hear you.
Look at this. Okay, this is what I was looking at here. And I was just looking through some stuff that I want to point out right quick, pinpointing it. Okay, so what we have here, she took screenshots here. She said in a prosecutor memo, Javon allegedly defended the Demorees and blah, 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 blah. She said, notably, although a camera has been in Hadley's bedroom since July 18, 2020, Desiree failed to produce a single video showing Javon physically assaulting Demoree on September 11th, 2023. So her mother accused her daughter's husband of assaulting her daughter, but never happened. How would she know that? I don't know. How would she know that? Yeah, exactly. Demoree voluntarily gave Javon surgeon access to her location. The screenshot below from Javon's phone showing Demoree was supposedly in New York. So this alleged assault that she claimed happened, she wasn't even in the same state, but whatever. And this here, it says Demoree Apple Watch also showed it was located at 538 West 26th Street in New York, right here. So they weren't even in the same location. And then when Demoree checked her iCloud account on her phone, which she had in her hand in Miami, it showed that iPhone on her iCloud was pinging to Roc Nation's headquarters in New York. Yeah. Which means her mama was mirror imaging and tracking her daughter's location. Yeah.
Damn, she crazy.
Crazy as fuck. And it says the problem is that Demoree only had one iPhone device attached to her iCloud account, the one she was literally holding in her hand. So she believed this iPhone 2 is her mother. Yeah, not surprisingly, Desiree office of Rock Nation is located at 540 West 26th Street, New York. So this is what, her mother was seriously tracking her daughter. Yeah. This is some sick shit.
I mean, for real, that I think at that point I would really, and I hate to say that, but
this is sick.
I would kind of wish that
you broke up a little bit.
That mother would just go and pass away, like a bug.
I know, right?
Just like this
I want her to, because she passed away. That means I know, but if she passed away, then all her secrets
always
that
like coming around. Like
I know,
damn,
but I don't think so. She passed away. I mean, all her secrets that Jay-Z and all of her stuff are involved in would go right with her. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
I want him to be exposed.
Yeah.
Now, if she ended up surprisingly dead, that would be suspicious.
True.
Okay, then we have here, it says below is the camera used by Desiree's investigators. So they have a camera right here. Oh, wow, this is crazy. So it says here, many times the CTS investigators followed the Hadleys at unsafe distances in their cars, causing the Hadleys to fear for their safety while driving. On one occasion, a CTS investigator who was unlicensed had a gun laying on the front seat while following Javon. Wow, below is a camera used by Desiree investigators. Wow. It says Desiree conspired with Demoree's employers, Iconic Creative LLC. After the first failed, Desiree upped the stakes to have Demoree committed. This is crazy. Her mother is. Look at this.
Damn.
It says, but in October 23, right after Desiree threatened to make her Demoree if she did not leave Javon, Demoree received a salad. I told you about that. It says on December 12, 2023, Elizabeth, Liz, Fragila, and Benny Fragila, the owners of Iconic Text, Demoree stating that she was required to attend a meeting with the Nike Academy. This is the text right here of the fake Nike Academy representative. She screenshot it. She put it right there. She said Demoree found it odd that Liz and Benny told her to attend a Nike Academy meeting because Nike Academy was revamping its workshops. That is weird. I'm glad she's smart enough to pick that up. The Zoom thing. Now, I had this happen, a fake meeting with the Zoom people. They saying that you have this job and they would do it through Zoom and they want you to download something. I feel for that shit once and things start going downward for my channel. And it says Demoree signed onto Zoom. Only one person, Rachel Thomas, was at the training. Demoree found this odd because every other training / meet with the Nike Academy consisted of at least 20 people. Rachel Thomas signed onto Zoom and identified herself as a representative from Nike Academy. Rachel then began asking Demoree questions that were unrelated to work. Demoree, suspicious of Rachel's intent, asked Rachel if she could record the conversation. Rachel consented. Demoree recorded the conversation and took a screenshot of Rachel. I don't know if I meant to click that. No, okay. It says Rachel proceeded to give Demoree a quasi-psychological evaluation without Demoree's approval or consent. Interesting. Upon information and belief, Desiree conspired with Liz and Benny, the owners of Iconic, to have Demoree undergo a mental evaluation with Rachel. Okay, and this is supposed to be a lady from Nike Academy. Okay, interesting. After the training, Demoree asked for Rachel's Nike Academy profile. Rachel agreed to provide it, but did not do so immediately because it had not been created. A few days later, Demoree received the fake link showing Rachel's false affiliation with Nike Academy. Like this, whatever this is. It's supposed to be the founder or whatever of Nike Academy that she was having this meeting with. Fake profile. Upon information and belief, Desiree or Liz and Benny asked someone to create the fraudulent website. The website was later deleted after Liz and Benny realized that Demoree was becoming suspicious. Yeah, so they came up with a fake website.
Damn.
That's supposed to be affiliated with Nike Academy. Are you hearing this?
I'm hearing it.
As far as creating fake websites. Oh my gosh. It makes me question every website I've been on in terms of jobs.
This makes me even more fucking paranoid.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness. It's bad enough like if you get cautious over certain emails that you might get, but this is so much worse. So much worse.
They are manipulating all this. You know, they probably got some people who can link to YouTube's software platform to manipulate my numbers if they doing this shit right here. I mean, look at this stuff. Fake website. So they realized the website was fake, so they went ahead and deleted the website. Wow. But it says here it goes on. It says Liz Abeni required Demoree to attend 2 other training sessions with Rachel Thomas. The last one occurred right before Christmas. At the time, Demoree did not know Rachel's true identity, but in reality, Rachel Thomas was really a woman named Rachel Bernstein. Rachel Bernstein is a licensed marriage and family therapist from California who specializes in sexual cults and has a podcast on a sexual cult recovery. She wasn't even working for Nike Academy. She was a fucking undercover therapist. Hired by her mother to pretend. There it is right there.
That's
Same
a
woman.
shame.
She got so much evidence. This is grounds to go ahead and arrest her and anyone who's co-conspired with this. And you know Jay-Z knew all this shit, but he gonna declare stupidity. All the money this man has been spending on keeping the hidden secrets from his past narrative in line, all the millions he's been wasting, all this shit that Desiree is doing with Roc Nation's money is the reason why Beyonce and Jay-Z is always in constant money problems. Because of this shit here. Because he's too busy trying to control the narrative of his past life that keeps seeping up. And she's still married to this man? You know how much money she would save? All the money he's wasting trying to play God? This is some crazy bullshit. I would not be Beyonce and still be dealing with this shit. Are you fucking kidding me? He got a woman in his payroll creating fake websites and a whole legal, racketeering, fictitious, godlike, complex government freaking CIA wannabe things on the side. All these millions of dollars she is wasting on all this shit. They are wasting all this shit to try to keep the control of their past narrative demons from resurfacing. All that money wasted.
Damn.
And you still want to be married to this man. And you want us to think you're innocent.
Wow.
Make it make sense. Doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. No one in hell, no one is that damn naive. No, it's either he got some real dirt on you and y'all have this blood agreement and that's why you haven't left him and you're afraid he's going to oust you for the shit that you done. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, I believe that's definitely what that is for sure. There's no other way. There's no other way.
Especially she claiming to be innocent. This woman has released a receipt after receipt after receipt of this woman who still worked for Roc Nation, by the way. She has not been fired.
Wow.
Beyonce and freaking Tina Knowles cannot deny this evidence. This is too... I'm going to put the link of this PDF file and you guys can go and look at this at your sound. Put it in, I'm going to link it to my comment section and you guys can look at this and find out and spread it, trend it, whatever. So anyway, Desiree reported Miami-Dade police that Javon battered. We already talked about that already. It says, as shown in the screenshot below, Desiree allegations were completely false, of course, about this whole kidnapping thing. Demoree was hardly been abducted and was spending quality time with her soon-to-be husband and nephew. So she accused her daughter's husband for kidnapping, holding her hostage, and all this other bullshit. And they wasn't. They were having fun, as you can see here, on scooters. Showed the picture, showed the video with the time, location. So that was false. There it is. Stupid. This is the picture of them being arrested for this false allegation from these higher prosecutors. But the charges definitely got dropped because there was no proof. But this is sick. And this is Demoree's fine was bizarre because she had just received glowing reviews for Liz. So her mother got her fired from her job after receiving seriously glowing reviews. Same thing. I didn't get fired though, but it was definitely some crazy shit they were doing to my job before that was very suspicious. Now I know why.
Yeah.
Then we have here. Oh, okay. This is Desiree actually hired him for his own interest. This is like this. The hired attorney, apparently Brett Swartz, to improperly influence Javon misdemeanor battery charge. So her mother hired this really shady ass attorney to try to kind of counter-react the end results of her husband misdemeanor battery case. That put like this, what Desiree was doing, when she couldn't affect her daughter, she went after her husband. As you can see, with false battery, domestic abuse, drug trafficking, kidnapping. She went after her husband, which I think probably happened to my husband at the current moment. So that's what she did to break them up. That way, when she's away from her husband, it will give her a chance to fully isolate her now, because her husband is not helping her or protecting her. So she's trying to get her husband either in jail or whatever she's trying to do to get her daughter alone. So it sounds like she's definitely trying to go after her husband, but her daughter is like, fuck that, we're not doing this. I'm not leaving my husband, whatever. So I'm glad she ride and die, but this is what's been happening. So it says the same week here, Desiree hired attorney Brett Swartz to improperly influence Javon misdemeanor case. So this misdemeanor alleged case, her mother hired this fake ass lawyer to try to get him convicted, but maybe on a lesser charge. So he was a shady ass attorney that was hired by her mother. And on January 8, 2024, Brett Swartz filed a notice of appearance reporting Representative Demoree when Desiree actually hired him for his own interest. Here's it right here. As you can see here, comes now under sign attorney Brett Swartz hereby respectfully notifies clerk of court and all parties of his appearance to counsel for Demoree Lopez Perez. As you can see there. So, unbelievable.
Wow.
This is crazy.
It is.
All this damn money. And you know she's using Rock Nation's money.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Unbelievable. And this is the third attempt to try to get her daughter on a mental health evaluation so she can get full conservatorship over her daughter. This is her explaining all that stuff that I pretty much gave you a brief summary about earlier.
And that is so scary. You know, just the whole idea of thinking, you know, whether you're related to somebody or not, you can be married to somebody, and to go to a judge and say, I feel like this person needs to be under conservatorship because I feel like they're mentally ill or something like that. That is so fucking scary.
Yeah, when the one is really mentally ill is the one who's accusing the person of being mentally ill.
Look at what happened to Wendy Williams. Look at what happened to
Wendy Williams. Yes, I forgot about that one. Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams, for the longest, was going after Jay. She was the only talk show host who actually spoke her mind and the truth about Jay-Z and Beyonce. And she got lynched for it. Her dumbass husband fell for the okie doke, wasn't even protecting her against the media. He decided to cheat on a woman who fucked him over later. Dumb ass. Put her in a mental institution, said she was a drug addict, whatever. And turned out everything Wendy Williams said was the truth. And it turned out it was all being cooperated and managed more than likely by Diddy and Jay-Z themselves. And they still have not been lynched for it. Who are two still affiliated with Sony Music, who is partnership with Clive Davis Arrested Records. There your connections go right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Billionaires controlling people's lives to control the narrative of their bullshit. So there's the video cam where the alleged doctor claimed to have gone under psychosis evaluation when she was being arrested, but the body cam when the cops got release of the date and everything showed that it was all bullshit, and the doctor is a fucking liar. She gave the examination, the record of the alleged examination date, as you can see here, which is 3/27/24. And she put the video here of, it's a video. I can't hear this right. See, 3/27/24. When this is the body cam of the cop when she got pulled over, which the doctor, as you can see here, said in this note that he evaluated her at 3/27/24. March 27/24, he said he did a full evaluation of her. But let's just go back a little bit here. Okay. She was here at that time, getting pulled over.
Wow.
Make it make sense.
Yeah.
So he got caught in his fucking lie, as you can see there. Time 5:56. Let's go back to the cam here. Okay, what did I say? 5:41. She was getting pulled over. Yeah. Busted. A doctor hired by her mother, Desiree Perez, who works for Right Nation. There you go. And TMZ hasn't reported shit. Here's the doctor right here. Yes, leaning against the car, who claimed at the time he was doing 2 places invisibly at once. So he claimed to do evaluation when he's clearly in the freaking area right here. And he claimed when he did the evaluation of Demoree. Sure.
Wow.
Yeah. Sure. Here's the bogus fucking doctor right here. There we go. There's the bogus doctor. Daniel Bober. Interesting. Here's the crooked doctor.
Wow.
And it just goes on and on. She put medical bills. There's no reason. This is almost like A-Rod. This is almost like the A-Rod, that J-Rod, what the fuck his name is, the Rod case. He gave plenty of receipts for racketeering and everything. His stuff should have been also investigated by the federal government as well. But I don't know if his going to be next, because it's seriously RICO and racketeering. If they want to bust Big Diddy for that for good, they should bring up J-Rod's case. What the fuck that guy name is? They should bring his case to the forefront. That's what they should do. And they definitely should bring this raid investigation to the forefront as well. Now, I want to see Alex Barrero talk his way out of this. Crooked attorney Alex Barrero, who got, judges and stuff in his pocket. Let's see him talk his way out of this shit here. I want to see this. I want to see Alex Barrero talk his way out of this. He managed to scare the other poor girl to death. Let's see him talk his way out of this damn lawsuit right here with all these ample amount of receipts. I want to see him talk his way out of this. I guarantee he won't be able to. If I was Alex Barrero, I'm ahead of being a dirty ass crooked attorney, I would drop Jay-Z as a fucking client at this point, because he's too dirty. If he have any sense, that's unless Jay-Z has some dirt on Alex Barrero and he can't drop Jay-Z. We'll find that out within the next couple of months. I guarantee that stuff. And remember, Beyonce is still married to a man who's affiliated with this woman. Keep reminding yourself that. Just keep reminding yourself that. Just want to point that out. And I am going to drop the mic because I am exhausted. Desiree, I'm about to call you Desiree. That's how tired I am. Do you have something to say, Quiet Storm? I'm so tired.
No. No, not at all.
Oh, it's only 7.
Just thank you for having me once again. I appreciate it. And live, very good live.
Oh, hey, thank you for being on here co-hosting with me. It can be pretty boring, just me trying to be entertaining by myself. So, but by all means, if you have something to say,
no problem.
The floor, and I can sit back here and just listen, because I get tired of hosting, to be honest. So, you have the floor if you have something to say.
Okay, we'll do.
All right. Okay. Well, good night, everyone. Buenas noches. Jamal, if you even still here. Nap, if you still here.
Take care, y'all.
Bye-bye. Here's a brief word from my sponsor.
The world's falling apart. Every day, another shocking headline makes you wonder what tomorrow will bring. That's why those who knows what's coming are using today to prepare. I'm talking about getting your family some high-quality emergency food from My Patriot Supply. My Patriot Supply is a nation's leading preparedness company. They've been in business for going on 14 years now, and they serve millions of American families. Now they want to help you by giving you $50 off their popular 4-week emergency food kit. Oh yes. You get 4 weeks of food per person with meals designed to give you more than 2,000 calories a day. By the way, this food stays fresh up to 25 years in proper storage, so it will be there when you need it. Other food goes bad first, you know what I mean? So don't wait. Go to Prepare with my link with the truth and claim your 4-week emergency food kit. You'll save $50 per kit if you act now. So prepare with me at preparewithtruth.com.